It seems like it's been raining for a while now, but the sun's come out. It's the weekend, and I think it's time that we went on a little adventure. Hello again, friends. On this lovely day in May, we decided it was time for a little quick overnight trip. So here I am, loading up the van with some food for the night. If my voice sounds a little rough in this voiceover, it's because right after this camping trip, I developed a little bit of a cold. Just recovering now. Also threw in some toiletries and a couple sweaters and PJs and things I might need for clothes. One thing I just love about the van as opposed to truck camping is that you keep it stocked with all the essentials, and that way when you just want to take off on a quick overnight trip, it's not that much effort. You've got everything you need, you just throw in a few extras and off you go. Easy. Come on, it's time to go. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Hi, puppy. Today's plan is to head down a road called the Sandpit Road. I don't know if that's its official name or not, but that's what it's called around here. It's one of the back roads that's off the Silver Trail, about 10 kilometers or so from Mayo. As with some of these old roads, sometimes clearing is a bit necessary. I mean, we could have probably driven over it, but why take the risk? We've got the time, no rush. Okay. It's really sandy around here. I'm guessing it was an old ancient lake bed or something, but that does make for some tricky driving conditions in some cases, like on this hill. Before finding a campsite for the night, we decided to go for a walk along this ridge. It's beautiful out, the wildflowers were coming out, the sun was shining. It's nice open terrain, you can see all around you. It's actually really nice walking. There was tons of kinnikinnick. When I see these little plants, they remind me of my childhood. We used to call them honeysuckles. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're sweet like honey and we used to suck on them. But in any case, they were a nice little treat when we were playing in the bush as kids. Later, we came across this spring. I guess back in the day, people from Mayo would come out here and get their drinking water from it, especially in the springtime when the waters were high and the well water was contaminated from floods. It's said that this underground water source travels for miles and miles and is filtered through the sand, which makes the water extremely pure. I decided I had to try.
Tastes pretty good. It's nice and clear. It's really cold. You want to try it?
Sure.
It's not going to give us like beaver fever or anything, is it?
Sophie, drink some water.
It's cooling off. Is it yummy? Okay, let's go. Let's go.
We also came across a couple historic trash piles. I don't know what it is about historic trash, but it seems so much less offensive when it's made out of metal and glass instead of plastic. This can might be kind of hard to read, but it's called Swift's Brookfield brand butter, and it comes in a can. I'd never heard of it before, but after some internet research, I discovered that it's commonly used by preppers, campers, and people that live far from civilization and access to fresh dairy.
Well, it's in fluid ounces, so it's got to be before the metric system.
What's this here? Hey, Bob.
It was pre-plastic, because there's no plastic here.
Yeah, the light bulb looks out of place.
Light bulb?
The light bulb.
What's this say? Oh, 24 ounce. Oh yeah, it's old sardine can.
I think they need all the perfects, so you think that was like their, what they wash dishes in?
What was it called?
Perfects. Doesn't it say right on there?
It does? Oh yeah, perfects. So that was bleach?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we found out about Perfects. They started using a screw top bottle in the 1940s, and they switched to plastic bottles in the 1960s. That means our trash heap dates to sometime between the 1940s and the 1960s. Aren't we the little investigators? For any of you wondering why we're carrying a gun, no, we're not hunting, but it just helps us feel more secure and safe in the woods. We actually came back to this very spot a few days later because it was such a nice walking area and came across a very big bear. We noticed this bear was walking in the same direction, parallel with us, and a little too close. We yelled and made noise, and he disappeared into the thicker timber. Never saw him again, but having the rifle made the rest of the walk a little less stressful.
I think it is a stove.
Safety killer.
This doesn't look like an artifact. What do you think that was from? Oh, really? Stan, where's your stick? Where's your stick? Go get your stick. Go get it. Get your stick. He's like, what are you talking about? The spruce tips are starting to come out. They're not quite ready, but I'll pop that off. You can see how tender they are. And actually, you can take that right off. can eat them right off the tree. You can throw them in salads, you can pickle them, you can put them in smoothies, you can freeze them and mix them into all kinds of things. I haven't really actively harvested any in the past, but I think I'm going to try to this year. They're full of vitamins and apparently very good for you, so they should be ready to start harvesting pretty quickly.
Okay, enough tramping through the bush. Time to find a campsite.
God, that noise.
That noise is your paint getting scraped off.
Noise is like nails on a chalkboard. So where's the spot? Right here? Well, this is nice.
Oh, I'm curious about one thing. How are the mosquitoes?
The mosquitoes were scarce and the view was great.
Will this spot do?
That fire started so easily. I mean, I guess that dead grass helped. Here, John Matt's testing out his new Agawa saw that he saw on a Jim Baird video. Worked pretty good. A little rest before getting dinner ready.
Dinner of champions. We've got some bison cranberry sausages made with Yukon bison and Yukon pork. Looking forward to those.
These facial expressions are cracking me up.
I'm just going to cook 2 of these at a time, I think.
Spacing out.
Yeah. You think they're ready?
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty good.
Grease dripping out. Pure grease looks like.
Oh, yeah. Mmm.
There's nothing like staring at a fire. So we were sitting around just enjoying the evening when all of a sudden a massive owl swooped through the campsite. Stanley jumped up and started running in circles and trying to chase this owl. Then it landed in a tree and just sat there for several minutes and watched us. It was so cool. Unfortunately, it was backlit and I couldn't get a really good close-up view of it, but I zoomed in and did some research, and I think it was a giant gray owl, which is one of the biggest owls out there. The wingspan of this thing was massive. You'll see later in the video when he takes off. For now, just sit back and enjoy the owl. It's big. Was he flying?
Actually, right around us. Standing Street, Jason. Right around. Kind of banked around and went in that tree. Must be curious, guy. Sunny.
Time to get up. Phew. How are you? Good morning.
Morning, my darling.
Do you want any warm water to drink?
Relax. This water's pretty cold water.
I'd really like to get more into foraging, aside from just picking berries. These are baby fireweed plants, and apparently when they're between 2 and 4 inches, you can eat them like lettuce, throw them in salads. So I'm trying it out this morning. Well, folks, that's the end of the adventure for this week. If you liked this video, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for coming along. And hey, get out in nature. See you next time.
One take Tara.